The whole goal is to make it seem like there's unrest. Okay. Because even when Barack Obama, even when he was doing all these things, people were doing the same thing. They were protesting. The people were laying in the street, blocking up traffic, things like that. But they kept that off the news. The only difference is they're allowing it to be on the news with Donald Trump. So a lot of people will say, well, this didn't happen with Barack Obama. Yes, it did. That's why he had the name deporter in chief.
When I was out in Los Angeles protesting the ICE deportations for the past few days, besides the fact that I got paid $150 to do so per day, I kept seeing signs everywhere that this was being funded by somebody much higher than the person that I had met. For instance, they would give us certain streets or certain targets to go to, and on those streets, there would be pallets of things that could cause destruction to the community. I am not joking. For instance, you turn a corner, boom, there's a pallet of bricks. Oh, that's convenient. Let's destroy the community. And y'all know me, I'm a good guy, but I truly do not care that much about the ICE deportations. I just wanted that $150 a day. But I got to thinking, man, whoever is funding this must really hate this country. So as time goes on while we're protesting and things evolve, they evolve in a lot more violent nature. For instance, instead of there being a pallet of bricks on the target neighborhood or target street that we are protesting on, it'll be a pallet of flammable objects. So it was at that moment when I saw that pallet of Molotov cocktails sitting on the ground, I thought, man, should I really be doing this? Like, this is bad news. This is going to get way worse. Now, I'm not from Los Angeles or live in Los Angeles, so I don't really care about destroying that community, but I'm American after all. Like, this is not good. Moral to the story is there are certain people in our government that wants us to go burn the local police station down, but in actuality, the corruption is at a much higher level.
Now, y'all know that this is true. A lot of y'all are going to look at this. Well, some of you are going to look at this and say, that's BS. Let me look into it. And I ask all of you guys to go look into it. But think about this. They were paying people to come to Kamala's rallies. They were paying people to come to Diddy's, to put on T-shirts to say free Diddy, $20 an hour. They're putting out pallets of freaking bricks randomly for the rioters to have, and they're usually, Mika, you just now did a video about this.
I did a video on that, and it's pretty much taking a life of its own on TikTok. However, here's the thing: they've done it before. They did it during the Summer of Love down here in DC. Yeah. Okay, they were putting them on the sidewalks and things like that. They just showed up. They just showed up. And so these are no different. I just noticed it in Los Angeles, but I'm sure there'll be other places. But yesterday, when I did a live yesterday, I researched some stuff, and they're putting out Craigslist for strong men that can basically cause a ruckus, that can, fight back with the police, like all of that. And you're getting paid like $6,500 a week.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like the whole goal, and this is what I said, on that TikTok, the whole goal is to make it seem like there's unrest. Okay. Because even when Barack Obama, even when he was doing all these things, people were doing the same thing. They were protesting. The people were laying in the street, blocking up traffic, things like that. But they kept that off the news. The only difference is they're allowing it to be on the news with Donald Trump. So a lot of people will say, well, this didn't happen with Barack Obama. Yes, it did. That's why he had the name deporter in chief. And they'll say, well, he allowed due process. There's no due process. One, there is a process, and he was going around it, and Congress didn't like it at the time.
All right, so I just now want to put on my extra set of eyes, and I found that Craigslist that you're talking about. It says they're looking for the toughest bad asses in the city, and it's for Los Angeles. It says seeking extremely tough, brave men for new crew building. We're looking to pay them $6,500 to $12,500 per week. We are forming a select team of the toughest dudes in the area. This unit will be activated only when the situation demands it, but you get paid every week no matter what. And it's circling the area in Los Angeles where they plan on doing it. They want people with mental toughness, bravery, reliability, strength, and we're recruiting those who are already hard. Okay, what the hell is this? A porno?
Pause.
Okay.
Is this a Diddy party or a recruitment ad?
Hold up, is this a porno for riders?
No, because they need big, strong men to actually be pushing back on these people. I told you, it's the rabbit hole goes very deep. They're being heavily funded, and you can probably find this also. You remember when Donald Trump told Walmart to eat the tariffs?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, during the riots the other day on the weekend, they were a big black truck showed up and they were passing out like these riot shields.
Yes, I saw that. Yep.
Yeah. Well, the internet likes the internet, so they went to look up, the what do you call those things? The QR code, whatever those things are on the box, the barcodes.
Right.
And it comes from Walmart. Walmart is the only person that sells them.
Yep.
So why would, and they're not cheap. They're like $60. Okay. So why would a big black truck just pull up and hand out these things?
We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. And you do know that this guy right here was driving the truck. And they say that this guy, his name is Alejandro Orellana. And apparently he is a known member of the Brown Berets, a radical Latino paramilitary group that are currently embedded in cities across the United States. And he was the guy that was passing them out. He was the guy in the truck that was passing out those extremely expensive masks you're talking about.
Yeah, because see, and what they're trying to do, right, is kind of bring back. It's so funny because they talk about that like they don't like Russia, but they like what the Soviet Union was doing with their people and things like that. Same way they like Stalin. Okay, like they revere Stalin, but they hate. Okay, so they're pushing that agenda, and there are communist and Marxist groups a lot of the time in Latin America. Okay, I mean, again, some of my family is Cuban. I know socialism and communism very well. Okay, and a lot of people are that. It's wild, but here's the thing. When you bring another group of people over, if there's no process, they don't assimilate. They just change the culture. Like if you invite me over to your house, I'm going to do whatever the culture is in your house.
At my house,
they take off your shoes, da 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 da. But if I break into your house, I'm not trying to assimilate.
Yeah, facts.
You're just going in the kitchen and drinking all the orange juice and leaving the carton out.
1,000%.
I'll put my name on it.
Oh Lord!
You will come into my house in my refrigerator, drink out of the carton, and then take a Sharpie and put your name on my OJ.
That's correct.
Merc.